Hello everyone, this is Rastagal, aka Angelic Empress. Wanted to give you some downloads that I have to get off my chest, out of my energy field for real. This is a season of new beginnings. This is a season and energy of just living in your own world and living free and living with a conscience mind, and not even a conscience, with a soul, and living in your purpose. This is the year, everybody, collective, if you feel me. And like I was stating on my other videos that I'm seeing with other tarot readers, also feeling and are going through or speaking about. Like I said, what I speak about is from my own experience. I'm not making up anything to get any type of audience or even likes. This is like real life shit that has occurred with me. And I want to be a blessing to anyone and everyone that is going through spiritual warfare. I'm not going to be the one that's going to hide away from it. I'm going to speak about it. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to share it. I'm not projecting my energy on nobody. I'm just telling you the energies that I've experienced, the warfare that I experienced. And it is time, collective, like I said, these energies, this warfare that we're going through or that anybody's going through, it is time to banish these energies. It is time to stand in your power. It is time to call back your energy and power. It is time. I'm burning some Palo Santo and my children are home, so you hear things in the background. But yeah, it's time. It is time. When are you sick and tired of being sick and tired, collective? You got to get in that type of energy of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of people's mayhem. They're projecting their energy on you and their life and whatever they're going through. It is time to cut that off. It is time to banish. It is time to speak out and speak up. Speak out again, and don't be scared about it, because again, fear is an illusion. And I'm definitely a spiritual rebel. I'm definitely, like I said, an ambassador for God. And this is my platform for me to be that ambassador, for me to, and I just saw 1111, for me to enlighten and bring that torch, bring that fire, bring that passion and spark in someone else's life to clean it up. A lot of people and energies want to always project what they lack, always project what they fear, always project what they can't have, always project what they want to take. And I'm speaking with some vengeance. I'm speaking with some authority in my life, but as well as to the collective. To say enough is enough. I'm putting everything out on Jump Street. No, it's not the fact that I'm falling into anyone's trap. It's not the fact that I'm getting in my emotions. It's the fact that I'm speaking it out because it's already been dealt with. It's already been cut. And I don't want this to continue to be lingering in my energy auric field or on my mind. So I'm the type of person that write things down to let it go, but I also speak it out into the air, into the existence out there in this world, into the universe, to demolish it, to banish it. I'm telling you, this is the year that karma is coming, judgment is coming on fake foes, fake people, fake ops, fake cops, fake judges, fake neighbors, fake family, friends, enemies, ex lovers and exes, everybody and anybody. This is time that things are changing. This universe is changing, hopefully for the good. That's what we're here to do, collective. You know what I mean? Make a difference, make a change in someone else's life, let alone ours. I'm on this platform to raise the consciousness, to bring peace and healing to myself, to also my collective. And it's crazy because I heard another tarot reader, I can't think of her name right now, but I heard recently, and I've said this in my video as well, you know, the enemy doesn't come to empty houses, and that's in the word. They come to people that is full of light, that is full of life, and that is here on this planet trying to make a difference, not only for others, but for themselves. And when other entities, energies, or enemies, they all start with E's, which is a disease to me. But when they come at you in so many ways, in like the Matrix way, it's because they're too programmed. They're still in the Matrix when you're trying to get out, or have got out, have awoken, and you're awakening other minds out here. You know, you're listening to this message. If you're just tapping in, welcome. You know, I don't know. I may sound crazy to everybody, but whoever is listening and that is following me, whoever is listening that is awakened and woke, your mind is learning new things, getting more knowledge, wanting to better yourself and your life, giving to receive. I'm giving y'all information so I can receive a blessing, a standing ovation from God if I don't get it from man. I'm here on this flat platform. I was about to say flat form. So someone must be flat foot. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm here on my channel to be myself, to be authentic, and to be real. That's what authenticity means, being real. So my downloads that I stated before on my other videos, that, you know, just putting people out there and on blast, it's not showing that they won, and it's not showing that I'm bowing down to their level. It's showing that I rose above, and that I'm healed, and that I'm moving on another level, that no one's going to stop me. My ancestors and angels has balanced the scales, or they are. People are dropping like flies because karma's hitting their ass. People are dropping like flies because vengeance is God's. I've said that so many times. And he's going to bring vengeance to these mother lovers. So I don't even know where to begin, because my downloads was so severe. It was crazy. Ever since the COVID, it got like stronger. Like the spiritual attacks, you know what I mean? To just seeing things from my past life, from my ancestors to, and I'll talk about my ancestors and past life another time. That could be another video, but you know, just seeing like karma. This was 2-3 years ago. Just seeing a lot of just unnecessary things that I guess pertain to me, didn't pertain to me. But it's generational karma that I have to clear, that I was literally feeling and seeing in my dreams. It was deep, y'all. But I want to talk about, I'm about to start my downloads that I receive. So this will be time stamped. But yeah, I have so much to share, but we'll see where I'm going to start. So remember in my last video, I don't know, maybe it could have been the previous one after, but I was talking about the karmic couples that were like in my energy. They were like attacking me pretty much. So we're going to talk about that because I want to get this out and let people know you're not the only one that's going through this. You know what I mean? And y'all could send me comments down below, shoot an email to me to talk to me, and I'll be happy, I'll be glad to just talk to y'all. But my thing is, you got to put things and people in their place, check them, and also put them on blast. I don't care what anybody say. So, like, this happened 2 years ago. You know, I was, and I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was in a relationship with someone that I didn't know was in a relationship already until we really started like talking. And it still was like up in the air when they talked to me. But after, you know, I went out with them a couple of times and we had our good times and fun or whatever. And the time that we spent, it was short lived. But when I stated to them that, you know, I really like what we're doing in our friendship, and I want to continue to do this, but I'm not going to continue a friendship if you're already involved with someone or a part of someone else's life, or if you're married. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person that's going to be in no third party relationship. So of course, when you speak your mind and you let people know where you stand, it shows their character of what they are and who they are by the actions that they show you after. And yes, of course, that person bounce. They ghost. They ghost me. And that was like 2 months into a relationship or friendship we was doing. It was so off and weird though. So people will victimize you because they're victims or they've been victimized, is what it all comes down to. And I just, you know, this really awoke in my spirituality maybe 2-3 years ago. That's when I started this channel and this self-love journey, because they like really awoke and sparked something in me. And I also stated to myself, I'm tired. I'm tired of being treated this way. I'm tired of feeling, you know what I mean, just less than what they make you feel. You know what I mean? My worth wasn't there at that time, being in that type of friendship, relationship, whatever you call it, you know? So I had to really step up and step into myself, loving myself, showing myself love, to be on this journey. And then I've done so much and been through so much with healing and going through my shadow work, it was just so torturous. But what made it even worse was after I finally made that decision to block, I started to get attacked. I was hearing his voice in my dreams. I was getting signs and synchronicities. I was feeling his emotions and tears physically. Again, that's when it started. After I started to rebel against that energy, against that person, against that entity, I started to see more things unleash within me spiritually, but as well as within other energies that was coming at me. And it started in my dreams. Definitely, I saw two couples constantly at me because I was wondering at the time when I was going through my self-worth. I was like, wow, things just cut off like that, you know what I mean, with people. And again, you always want something you don't have. So when people leave without notice, or people ghost you, or people don't explain themselves, you're going to wonder why. You're going to wonder how they're doing, what's going on, what happened. And when you don't get that clarity, that stings you. You know what I mean? It really, really puts that bee sting in your skin, and it lingers. So I was pretty much shown from my spirit team what was going on behind the scenes. I felt like during the spiritual warfare I was going through, that we're still going through, but when they was revealing a lot of skeletons in people's closets, I just literally felt like I was in a movie, y'all. Like my life was just, I was like maybe the narrator, the writer, the director, and I was watching what was going on in people's lives. God revealed, or the universe revealed, a lot of shit. It was crazy. But like I said before in my previous video, what is revealed is meant for me to see people's true colors, true intentions that they hide, that they manipulate you with. I had to stop my video because my daughter literally came to cut some cake. So everything that occurs around me, when I have to stop it or just things occur, I include that in my message. So yeah, that's what it was all about. Like, this person wanted their cake and eat it too, pretty much. They both do. They both still do. And that's just not how life works. That's not how life goes with everybody, especially with God's people. God is going to make people feel their wrath. God is going to make people face judgment, especially when it's against his children. And they just didn't know who they were dealing with, but they know now. Yeah, I don't even know where to start, but I could start with this. I don't know what to call her, but she stayed in my energy and was trying to mimic or harvest or just take and pretend to be me. She was trying to steal my identity. So she was a succubus energy, because every time I saw this individual in my dream, she was always like trying to be luring and sexual. So she was a blonde bimbo. No offense to the blonde women, but I'm calling it like it is because this is what I experienced in my dream. This energy or entity, I dreamed of her constantly. We was battling, always fighting. If we wasn't fighting, we was competing. You know, in my dreams, she came, the boldness of her, she came into my energy field and was trying to, like I said, be me. So she's going through some Christ self identity or insecurities. But things that I saw in my dream, I've heard both of them, especially him, and then we'll go on to her. He was Asian man, black hair. He was always talking to people, and I remember hearing him say one time to his bros, I guess, he would always be like, yeah, she's a Leo and she's on curfew. So when I heard curfew, I pretty much felt and seen that there's an age difference between the two couples that were at me. And he would say things like that. He would talk in conversation with the bro code about just how he wants to screw people. You know what I mean? It was always sexual conversations. And he had a sexual playlist. He was a player, pretty much. And then he's was just always in my dream manipulating situations, bringing this confusion and energy and entity my way. So y'all know God is not the author of confusion. It's the opposite. So if it's the devil, obviously I felt that this was a Capricorn sign that was at me / Leo. But anyway, certain things I heard her say and do, she would pretty much just be like yelling things, you know what I mean? Like yelling at him, screaming at him. And if they were fighting verbally, I heard her screams get so loud, like sirens from the fire truck. It was so loud it made my head hurt. I've seen her, this rat or Basuda, always with him. She turned up when she was always with him, especially when she had sex with him. And I remember one time I've heard her say or yell in like a siren sound. She was like, I'm not letting him go because he's going to be giving her all that sex. So she was definitely focused on like surface level things with him. And she was concerned about my poom poom. Thank you for giving me credit because I know it's the bomb. When she wasn't with him, felt like she was an empty shell. You know what I mean? No identity, no self-worth within herself. Her color changed in my dream, and she would just become a zombie or pale. I remember one time she was touched her belly when I was forcing her to get out of my energy and out of my way, out of my dreams, because I was literally trying to have a conversation with the man. And every time I try to have a conversation with him, she's interfering. So that just was telling me of a third party type of thing. But when she touched her belly, y'all, and then he showed me the toilet and it had like spaghetti-o words in it or something. I don't know. It was just making me seem like there was some type of abortion that maybe have occurred with this couple. Other things, she wore a mask in my dreams, trying to hide her face, but I saw her hair. She was just like a tortured soul, rotten like fruit, hanging low fruit. She was just rotten, you know what I mean? And like I said, when they were doing anything, it was always involving them two having sex, you know what I mean? And I kicked her ass so many times, out of my energy and just in my dreams. One day, I just stopped. I stopped fighting with her because, like I said, I felt like he was always dropping that energy to me to battle for him instead of him standing up and battling for himself. So that was like a coward type of energy as well. But I stopped fighting with her one time because when I was fighting with this energy before, and this female blonde-headed rat form, she was like, I'm surprised you're still fighting for him. You know what I mean? But when I stopped, I realized that, you know what I mean, I know my worth, and this was pretty much a soulless being that I'm fighting. It was just pointless to continue hitting and not going at this person. I don't know what you call it. A troll. I have no idea. So those were a few things I've seen. I've seen her going on rendezvous with this man. I've seen her associate with a black man. So she was pretty much being a rat, a promiscuous rat out there trolling. He wasn't the only one that she was involved with, pretty much. At a dinner spot, both of them eating. This is how much they were in my energy. And the last time I've seen her, she was driving along aside with him in a car, a black BMW, I believe. And it sounded like his car was needing assistance, like maintenance, because it was making noise. But that was just like extra there. But yeah, this is stuff that I've seen in my dream. And I battled with this entity, this bald-headed, blonde, basuda rat in my dreams. It was just crazy. So that's what occurred with her. This rat, you know what I mean? This blonde rat, this blonde bimbo. Again, no offense to other blonde women, but this one was a soulless entity, a soulless being. She's pretty much a succubus energy. And he is a incubus energy. Because my dreams that I had of them was always about sex. So he could be a Scorpio or a Taurus. Yeah, I'm putting it all out there on Jump Street today. So let's talk about, I'm done with that rat. I'm done with that basuda. Let's talk about him. Things that I saw about him, it was crazy. Like the lifestyle, you know what I mean, behind closed doors, the lifestyle that people have, it could blow your mind. When you're working with them and you don't know really how they are until you really hang out with them and get to know them, it is crazy of people's lifestyles and what they are living and going through. So it's really, really important to take heed of like the connections that you connect with when you're at work, when you're out here socializing online or just socializing in life. Like you really got to sit back or step back to observe people's character and people's life before you really get consumed in their mayhem. So things that I saw with him, and this is crazy because like I said, if they wasn't so much consumed in my energy and just what I was doing and what I was about or just what they was trying to take from me, I wouldn't have seen all this. I would have been on my merry way with my life moving forward. But when they continued to tap into my energy, I was seeing some things. It was crazy again. So with him, I saw one time he was dropping off his bros at a, I don't know, some type of clear house. It was a glass house. And I felt like he was being a taxi cab. And his energy, I felt it was like he was tired. But he was dropping his bros off to just fit in with the crowd. And when he dropped them off and he came back to accompany them afterwards, I saw a line full of women. And they definitely were young females. Could have been children. I have no idea. But they were young, standing in a line. It was so dim and dark in that place. But they were Asian. All Asian women, could have been of other race. But they literally was standing in a line. Like, I've watched crazy things in the past in movies and collective. I'm sure you have too. But you know how prostitutes, you know how they stand in a line and they're waiting to be flagged on the street or whatever? That's how they were in this house. They were soulless. They were standing there still, eyes full of just blankness. They literally was standing there, waiting to be chosen, waiting to be picked, like those pick-me's or pick-meishas, they call it here on Tarot Land. And I just couldn't believe the line that I saw of women in my dreams. So that was telling me that, yes, he was a player, but he could have been a, or is a, what do you call those people? Like harassers, people that are into pornography. So just seeing those lines of women is showing me that that's what he was doing. That's the line of women he's been through, or that's on his belt or notch or in his black book. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. Other things I've seen me on a boat one time, or I was in the water as a mermaid, and we were conversating in water. He was talking to me like we read our minds. And he was talking, and all of a sudden, I think I swam up to the surface of the sea to get on a boat or just swam up. But while I was swimming, he was trying to follow me, and he literally was pulled down. He was pulled down, and it was like a Ariel type of thing, like the Little Mermaid type of thing. He was dressed like that as the guy, and he was being pulled down by crabs. So that was a sign telling me that energies and other people, or he is just, his mentality and his lifestyle is like that. Crab in a barrel type of mentality or lifestyle. Or people are just pulling him and keeping him down from expressing or talking. Yeah, these dreams was crazy. Vivid but crazy. These are dreams that I be having or have had. Another dream about him I had one time. Let me see. He was trying to talk to me, take me out on a date. I was getting ready for something else, or maybe for him. I have no idea. I just saw myself getting ready. He came through out of the blue. I probably was getting myself ready for somebody else to go on a date with, but he showed. And I felt like he was there to sneak, to see me. And all of a sudden, this white child, this white girl, no offense again to cultures and races, but this is my dreams and my experiences. So she came out of nowhere, appeared to snitch. And when she spoke out of her mouth, it sounded like a siren. It sounded like, yeah, literally like a siren. And I told him to go. And he eventually left. And then I was like questioned by, I don't know, strangers, people. So yeah, it's crazy. The dreams that I've had of this person. Let me see. Other dreams, I saw him driving in his black BMW with other women from a party. Like very reckless life or lifestyle that this individual has or have. And I've seen him I saw him cheating so many times. And like I said, these people are dealing with karma. They're dealing with karma right now. I've seen him, I don't know if I said that already, just having like sex rendezvous. I've heard them. I've seen them. I literally actually felt it. Crazy, right? I've seen one time, I guess it was him, and he was working in the field. He had an axe. And he was chopping and just doing things in the factory, like labor work. And I saw on the next scene, it just like turned to another scene. While he was working hard, I saw another female. It was an Asian female this time. Because he's always with this blonde bimbo in my dreams, but he's with this ratchet Asian woman. And she was in the dream, and she looked her stare looked so blank and so cold. Her expression was so cold. And she was sitting in the bed. So she could have been in her bedroom, in her house, or in a hotel. And I didn't see him come into the room. I saw a man. It could have been another Asian man. And she literally was having an affair or having sex with that person. So when I saw the guy that was working in a labor factory found out that his person, I guess, spouse, partner, was having an affair, he pretty much went after the other guy and chopped him into pieces. I'm telling you, Lord. I'm like snitching, but I don't give a damn because, like I said, when people tap to my energy and I've warned them to stop and I warn them to leave me the F alone, this is what occurs. This is what happens. I get to snitching. I get to spilling the beans, spilling the tea, whatever you call this. I don't give a damn because this has to be done with and just out of my energy auric field. So I'm calling things out. So be it. These karmic energies, calling these succubus and incubus male entities, putting them on blast. Another thing, I remember the blonde basuda that he was screwing in a hotel. She literally had a necklace on. It had a blue pearl or stone. So that was telling me that she was controlling his throat chakra. So definitely sex magic was involved. A lot of spell work, black magic, Hicks, voodoo, money magic. Definitely blood magic, possibly mind control magic. My dreams was that deep, y'all, like in detail, from what I remember. He made a deal with the devil, I'm telling you. He gambled a lot with his life and choices he made. The path he took led him down a dark spiral path, a hole, pretty much. And I recall him drinking a lot and being a chain smoker. So I saw him holding one time two children on each side of his hands. He was holding their hands, so two kids. And the female, I guess, that he was with, the karmic hoe, he made her out to be his partner in crime or his wife. She left him with two kids. And she went off with the same sex, pointing fingers at him, laughing at him like he is the outcast or laughing stock. She not care. He was a joke to her, obviously. I remember seeing him walking with the blonde bimbo, and through her eyes, I saw his appearance, like through glasses. And when she sat down on a porch, she was like mainly focused on her phone, not paying attention to him. And he was literally, when I finally saw him from the background, he had two bodies like, it was weird. Like, he had two forms of beings connected. You know how you see, like, on what is that movie where you see like a horse and a man? It was like he was something like that, but his bottom part was like an elf type of form, and the top part was him. But when I saw him, he was so deformed, and he had shit in his pants, pretty much. So he turned into an old man while she was still looking young, and just ignore him doing whatever he want, and he was pretty much had shit in his pants, and she didn't care. So that was telling me he was going to be a player until he died, or until he shit in his pants, and no one's going to be catering and taking care of him. But as long as he got a karmic bimbo by his side, he don't care. That's not healthy. But that's what I saw. When things occur like that, when I see that in my vision, again, this is like generational curses that are occurring in people's life as I speak. Trust me, I'm a witness of that. This couple so heavy, like I have, especially with the male in my dream, maybe this is a message for me to deliver to him that he is supposed to be the curse breaker or chain breaker in his generational curse that he's going through with his family. So I'm here to possibly be the messenger, possibly let you know and deliver this message of the whole situation, which that's what it was. I've seen that. And last about him is I saw him walk into like a clinic, either to get checked for disease, or he's walking into the clinic to get like help. And I'm just encouraging these two couples to seek that. Yes, they tortured me. And God was like, this is enough. This is enough. He let me see what I needed to see. And I actually saw extra that I didn't want to see or need to see. And there are times in my dream I've tried to talk to the male, and while I was whipping the other female's ass, I was trying to talk to him because I felt like he was coming at me for help. At the same time, he was being manipulated and being manipulative. So I couldn't trust anybody in my dream at that time or feel sorry. So yeah, like I said, jealousy is a disease. It kills, it steals, it destroys people's souls and people's lives. Okay? And I know, like I said, people are dropping like flies. This karma is firing back at people because it is time for things to change and for order. My ancestors and archangels, God himself is bringing balance to my life. And I'm praying and asking that he brings balance to the collective's life as well. People are doing anything and everything to attack light and positivity out here in this earth. And y'all got to do everything by all means necessary to protect yourselves and your energy. And it starts with you speaking out. Again, to that blonde bimbo or whoever has been doing stuff towards me, karma is coming for you, for sure, and whoever's your crew. And to the guy that just kept torturing me in my dream, the Asian man, you can't trust a big butt and a smile. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm sure you heard all those sayings, but you're learning the hard way. With a spiritual disease, poverty mindset, or full of depression. I'm really like feeling sorry for these people that he's used, and also feeling sorry for him being used. And I just hope that everybody that was involved or a part of this mayhem get their life right, find themselves and their worth, and get help, because y'all are thirsty. Okay? And if you're not going to go to the well to drink it, to get help and assistance, then y'all just going to dry up like nasty, rotten raisins and die like flies. That's what's going to happen, because y'all are maggots. In my eyes, karma is a bitch. And I'm speaking to everybody, anybody, not even just this couple, but to fams, ex-fams, exes, ex-lovers, friends, everything ex out my life. Because I'm moving on to a brand new start. I feel it in the air and the energies. And what is for me is for me. And no man is going to close what doors God has opened for me. And no man's going to shut either without another one opening. So this is Rastagal, aka Angelic Empress. Had to deliver this download to get this out of me. And again, keep your head up. Keep moving forward. Until next time, take care. Peace.